shit too. You I was the one ever since my hair was me and my brothers be ballin' like all three. I can never leave my brother Mario Luigi. I can't tell the weather, but I can feel it in the air, rain coming soon. Oh, they talking hot, cool, and more vibe. Making shower on the block, no shampoo to the metal.
I'm welcoming you back to the What.Da.Hecpodcast, where basketball is an art and the court is our canvas. First things first, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to those who don't celebrate. We're going to be going over Steph Curry's 48-point game. As y'all know, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. And honestly, we're going to be going over how he got 48. Oh man, this game was a doozy. I can tell you that for a fact. But a couple things before we get started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, y'all already know the drill. Let's get it, man. To give a briefing about Stephen Curry, Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. I made multiple videos on Stephen Curry hitting 10 threes. You want to check the videos out? There's going to be a card on the screen. He can shoot the ball at an elite tier. He moves without the ball on a tier 1 status. And he's very good at finishing around traffic, even at his older age at 37 years old. Now, a couple things he's not we don't expect him to defend. Shot selection can be wacky at times. And honestly, durability. He's 37 years old at this point. He's always you expect him to constantly get hurt. The biggest thing for Steph is he constantly needs to play at a high level in order for the Warriors to be successful, because at this point, the roster is not really where it needs to be for them to make a playoff run or championship run. Because especially since Jonathan Kuminga has not been playing well and is out the rotation. Jimmy Butler is older, and he's not going to sit there and be 30 a game guy while during the regular season. He's trying to save his tank for the playoffs. Draymond Green is a facilitator, not a scorer. And you got a bunch of players who are not really able to take a step in the right direction with the Warriors need. So we're going to constantly need to see performances like this from Steph in order for them to be competent. But hey, man, you already know the drill. We get straight to the action. Jimmy Butler gets a screen from Steph Curry. He swings the ball to Draymond. Jimmy Butler goes through to create space. Now, what happens is Draymond's going to set a dribble handoff. And this man, Jeremy Grant, has to go through Jimmy Butler and go to Draymond Green to contest Steph Curry. And his man, because Draymond Green is a non-shooting threat, Kambara is too low to contest the shot. Wide open. Boom! Draymond Green gets the ball. The dribble handoff. Now, the biggest thing is Kamara is too low. Because Draymond Green is a non-shooter, they give him an easy dribble handoff. All he has to do is get in Jeremy Grant's way, and it's lead to an easy 3. Boom! Post at the screen on Jeremy Grant. 95% of the Warriors' offense is you see Curry, you set a screen. So, Brandon Posisi set a screen on Jeremy Grant again. 2 messed up because why are you passing him? Why are you staying attached to Jeremy Grant? You need to be high on the other side of the screen. Bad defense. Boom! Okay. Kamara is turning and running with Steph. Steph sees that he has a step on him, so he's going to punch it and blow right past him because he has a clear lane to the cup. Gets in his body. Delay. So here's the biggest thing and why I say Steph Curry is so hard to guard. The constant pressure that he puts on you from the perimeter, it makes his back cuts open and also sets up cuts for guys like Moses Moody and whoever screens him. Watch here. Comes off the screen. If you notice something, Shaedon Sharpe is already shading it so that way he's preparing to switch this. And this guy, what he's supposed to do is he's supposed to feed him to the screen. Now, let's sit there and say, for argument's sake, Steph Curry were to go off the screen, I can guarantee Moses Moody will be wide open for an easy layup. But he doesn't. He believes he's going through the screen. He gets beat backdoor. They aren't semi-transition. Because nobody is finding Steph. So what Coach does is he runs, sets the screen on Abdia. Abdia, you got to put a body on him early because he can shoot from the parking lot, bro. What's going on with you? Boom! This is the low post split. So what Draymond's going to do, he's going to set a screen on Steph Curry, and how the defender reacts to it is going to be the options. Set the screen, get separation. Now here's the problem. Kamara is too low, and because he's too low, this gives a wide open 3, so he's naturally going to sit there and close this hard. One, and the second thing is, because he's closing this hard, Draymond Green, if he dives hard to the cup, this is a wide open layup, or in his prime, that's a dunk. He snakes back towards Draymond. Oh, no, now this is on coaching at this point, because I think they're choosing to purposely play drop. Trey Jackson Davis at the screen on Jeremy Grant. 35 is too low. He's at the top of the key. And he has to understand Steph can shoot this from the parking lot. Yeah, I understand you're Sarah Footer, but your heels have to be on the 3-point line with Steph. Boom! Post gets the ball. He fakes a dribble handoff to Steph. He gives it to Draymond. The Portland Trail Blazers has a bad habit of leaving their bigs too low. And when you're dealing with Steph, that's a bad matchup. DHO, he's too low. Now he's trying to beat him to the spot to contest his shot. He's going to pump fake and blow right by him. Euro step because he sees the guy committing. Steps around him. He's away. The easiest time to get threes is offensive rebounds. The man who's supposed to be guarding Steph in his possession is at Troy's rim trying to get the rebound. Here's the problem. If you don't get it, you're going to leave him wide open for a three. And this is what happens here. Buddy Hield gets the ball. Nobody contests it. Now he has two people contest it because he's Steph. Pump fake. Pose is wide open here. Pazinski's wide open here, but Steph is going to shoot this. Boom! Comes off the screen, gets switched, and Shane Sharp on him. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to act like he's going to turn the corner and go to the lane. Shane Sharp overcommits it. He has his hips turning and running. It's physically impossible for him to sit there and stop, change direction, and contest the shot. So Steph Curry understands that, so he's going to take a step back here. We got the separation, social distancing. This is poor defense, and this is poor situational awareness. You're guarding Steph, and he has 8 threes at this point. Why are you worried about the ball? If you are that worried about this blow-by layup, communicate with your teammate, tell him to help. Let Jimmy Butler shoot it. Or, I don't know, maybe get back on defense. But you sit there, you lose sight of Steph to help, and you give up a wide open shoot around. Boom! Can't be happening. After watching this film study, you sit there and see why teams always lose. And the Portland Trail Blazers is no exception. A lot of times, how they guard Steph is evidenced enough by the situation that they cannot always overcome their talent. They may have won this game, but coaching, how they're playing shooters, and how they're playing Steph in this position is the reason why the Portland Trail Blazers are where they are. Look at this possession here. You're playing too low. Jeremy Grant goes to the screen. Draymond Green flips the screen. This is a tough shot because he has Jeremy Grant behind him. He's too low, wide open. Boom! My biggest thing is, you know you've been getting baked by Steph Curry, torching your big, playing drop. So at what point are you going to sit there and get him out the game? Basketball is a matchup-reliant game. And unless this big man right here is going on the other side, dropping 20 and 20, him being out there is a target. Like I said, a target. Kamara is in the pick and roll. Now he has to play up a little bit closer because he's worried about Steph Curry shooting the three. Steps up, blows right by him. Why he's on the court? Sub, get him out of here. As I said it once, that again, offensive rebounds lead to open threes because everybody loses their man because they're trying to chase rebounds. Pazinski gets the ball, hustles the ball. Steph is wide open. At this point, you're gonna have to live with this. Pump fake. Goes out hard too. Good shot. To wrap things up, Steph Curry lost but dropped 48 points. Now, there's a couple things about the Warriors. I don't honestly see them going anywhere this year. A lot of the problems is they have an old and depleting roster. The stars that they expect to take the jump did not take the jump. That means Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, etc., etc. Then the other issue is Steph Curry been out missing games. That and the fact that he's 37 years old, you really cannot rely on him to be a main catalyst on the team because at that age, he's going to miss time with injuries. Now, what they can do to save the season, I recommend they're going to probably package Jonathan Kuminga and a few other players for a star to help the Warriors. But my biggest thing is, the major problem is you have an old and depleting roster, and mismanagement of assets and mismanagement of talent is kind of one of the reasons why they found themselves in this position. Because respectfully, Jimmy Butler's not the problem. Steph Curry isn't the problem. Draymond Green isn't the problem, even though he don't help it at times. But when you get to a point where when you have an old and depleting roster, what always ends up happening is they're going to miss time with injuries, and the pace is not going to be beneficial to the modern NBA. But hey, man, let me know how you feel about the Warriors in the comment section below. But with that, thank y'all for tuning into the What the Heck podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Y'all already know the drill. We turn down.